Will AI replace copywriters? Is ChatGPT coming for your job as a freelance writer? If you have been freaking out, worried about this, today's video is for you. I've got all the answers for you today based on my over 7 years of experience as a writer/copywriter with real world examples explaining exactly why ChatGPT is not coming for your job. Stick around until the end though, because I am going to tell you a harsh truth about AI that I have not seen anyone else talk about. This is something you really have to understand in today's world as a copywriter/freelance writer, so make sure you stick around and learn that harsh truth at the end of the video. Now let's get right to it. Here are the 3 reasons AI and ChatGPT simply not going to replace copywriters. Reason number 1 is AI does not understand the nuances of effective marketing and really just writes words on a page. So let's take a look at a real world example. As you may know, I send out a weekly newsletter to an audience of over 30,000 writers like you, which by the way, if you want to sign up, you can do that in the description box and I'll throw the link above my head as well. So I asked ChatGPT to write a newsletter tailored to my audience. Here is what it spat out. And you can see here, I just said, write this long of a newsletter about setting boundaries as a freelance writer. That's a topic I've covered a couple of times and I wanted to see how it would compare to what I would write. Now I'm not going to read this whole thing. You can pause and check out what it gave me here, but yeah, it's just words on a page. This is really bland and boring content, to be honest. And I would never in a million billion years send this out as a newsletter to my audience or even something remotely resembling it. That doesn't mean ChatGPT isn't useful. I have another video on my channel on how you can use ChatGPT as a freelance copywriter, so you can check that out. But yeah, here are the problems with what you're seeing here. The copy is not formatted for readability. Instead, we've got these giant walls of text. We do have some numbering, a little numbered list here, so that's good. But yeah, it's really not what you would look for from a professional copywriter as far as readability. And it reads like a boring college essay. This has zero personality. It's so important, especially if you have your own personal brand or if you're writing for a client and they have their own brand voice guidelines, to nail that brand voice. ChatGPT cannot, it simply cannot replicate that. And the tips here have no relatability or storytelling. They are robotic. Imagine that. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Storytelling is so critical for good marketing, and AI simply cannot tell relatable stories that engage the reader, period. The truth is, my most popular content that gets the best results is basically the complete opposite of what AI generates. So here you can see a little screenshot of one of my newsletters I sent out a while back, which was my year in review, and this is written in my own writing tone. You can see it's formatted for readability with bolding and emojis and personality. I've got a picture of my pup in here. Stuff that really gives it that personal touch that AI can never ever replicate. The bottom line here is no one wants to read something boring and robotic. People want to read content written by real people. AI misses that emotional connection and cannot replicate storytelling in marketing. Reason number 2 AI cannot replace copywriters is because it can't empathize or use marketing psychology truly to drive business results. So you might be thinking, well, yeah, newsletters, social media posts, personal brand type of content, you do have to have a personality. You want to have your own brand voice and touch on that. But what about content that isn't as like brand voice driven? The truth is virtually all content should be brand voice driven, but some of it is less than others, right? For example, let's think about a sales page, something that doesn't typically include as much storytelling as something like a social media post or a newsletter. Let's ask ChatGPT to create a sales page for my own personal course that I sell, which is Killer Cold Emailing, my program on how to start a freelance writing business as a beginner with no experience. So I've been running this course for a really long time, I think like around 7 years, and I'm really happy with where the current sales page is, and I wanted to see what ChatGPT would say and how that would compare to my current sales page. Well, here is what it gave me, and I just said write a sales page for a cold emailing online course that targets freelance writers, and you can see what it gave me here. As always, I'm not going to read this whole thing to you. You can pause and read if you would like to, but yeah, this is pretty bad. I mean, this is just like the bare minimum basic. This is something I would expect someone who maybe is totally brand new to copywriting to write. Just like with the newsletter, I would never in a million billion years copy and paste this to use as my sales page, not even pieces of it. Now, there are certain ways you can draw inspiration from ChatGPT, which is what I've talked about elsewhere on my channel. For example, you might go, oh yeah, I should mention you get lifetime access to the course materials to revisit the lessons. Or you should mention how many years years of experience you have as an instructor. But as far as copying and pasting this, absolutely not. So let's look at the problems with this little sales page that it gave me. I know a lot about my audience and AI clearly doesn't. I have an advantage of having spoken with my audience over 7+ years and therefore can write way better copy than this. Plus, I actually care about and empathize with my audience based on my own experience. AI cannot replicate that level of empathy and truly caring for the audience and really creating copy that illustrates that. Also, the pain points and benefits are way off. Writing emails that get responses is not specific enough, and it doesn't get to the heart of the issue and what my students really want and what I hope each and every one of you watching this can get with freelance writing, which is financial freedom and a career that you love. That sort of stuff was not mentioned at all, so the benefits, way off. And it's just plain bad, to be honest. Again, we've got some bland copy written in a robotic tone, not at all tailored enough to the target audience here. So this is not something I would use. Of course, you can draw inspiration from it, like I said, and maybe it'll help you brainstorm different things you could use on a sales page, but we're not copying and pasting this. AI simply is not good enough to take your job as a copywriter, and this right here is just another piece of proof of that. By the way, I just updated my entire killer cold emailing program from complete scratch with all the newest and latest and greatest strategies that are working right now. This is my best-selling program on how to start a freelance writing business, even if you got 0 experience, 0 portfolio, 0 niche, 0 college degree. You're gonna get everything you see here. Over 2,500 writers like you have joined. I've been running this class for over 6 years. It is a tried and tested and proven process, so you can check it out at the link. I'll throw it above my head and down below in the description box as always, or go to killercoldemailing.com and you will get redirected to a link where you can save $200 on the price of the course, so it's a pretty good deal. Head over there and check it out. Or simply dip your toe into learning how to start freelance writing with the brand new free training I've included in the description box as well as the pinned comment. Reason number 3, AI and ChatGPT are not coming for your job, is because it reads a lot like the bland, fluff-filled writing you might see in a content mill 10 years ago. And the best paying clients are not gonna pay top dollar for that, okay? That doesn't mean AI isn't useful for writers. I actually just did a video on some secrets on how to use AI as a copywriter, so I'll link that for you. Definitely go check that out. But yeah, you've got to know that the best paying clients aren't paying for hours or words on a page. What they're paying for is your professional copywriting experience and the business results that you can drive as a result of your professional copywriting skills. Now, in closing, here is that harsh truth no one else is talking about. For the small few writers AI might be able to replace, those writers are not your competition. They are the writers getting paid $10 on Fiverr and Upwork, which is the worst ways you can get paid to write, okay? So pause this video, read this highlighted text right here over and over, and know that as long as you are not putting out like content mill level content, again, I'm talking about this bland, fluff-filled stuff that you might see 10 years ago, AI is not your competition, okay? It simply is not anywhere even near the realm of being close to where it needs to be to replace your job as a freelance writer / copywriter. Yes, AI can write some words on a page that are very basic, like an amateur content writer, but it simply cannot write conversion copy that drives results like a pro copywriter can. Now, here is like the real harsh truth, okay? If you can be replaced by AI as a copywriter, that is a major sign you need to either improve your marketing or your copywriting skill set. You should not be able to be replaced by AI as a copywriter, period. If that is a level of copy you are writing, that's okay. We all start somewhere. I'm not hating on you or whatever, but you do have to up-level your skills, okay? Because the truth is, clients who pay top dollar, they're not paying for content that's looking like what AI is spitting out currently, okay? They're paying for content that actually drives business results like conversions, sales, etc. If you want to get started, you can start with one of my free classes or paid courses. Those are all linked down below, whether you want to learn blog post copywriting or you want to learn how to market yourself and get clients and start a full-time writing business from scratch. I have a totally updated, free, brand new, updated for what's working right now class that I just released. It is all about how to start freelance writing even with 0 experience and make your first 1K in 45 days or less. It is perfect for you whether you are a total beginner with 0 experience or you have a little bit of experience, but you just know you need to up level your marketing so that you can get better and higher paying clients. So definitely sign up for that class, because I'm not sure how long it's going to be available. But currently, as the time of this video being recorded, you can sign up right now and get instant access, so you can be taking it within like a minute or less. Now over to you. I would love to hear your thoughts on ChatGPT and AI copywriting in general. Let me know, do you have fears and concerns about AI and ChatGPT coming for your freelance writing or copywriting jobs? Do you have any more thoughts on this topic? I would totally love to open up this conversation and chat with you in the comments below, so leave a comment before you leave this video. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.